All right, for anybody that totally disagrees with me or even a little disagrees with me, there's the link. The floor is yours. Come on here and again, say what you want. Call me what you want. Ask me, challenge me. All right, Jeff's coming on. There's Jeff. Hello,
Hi.
Jeff.
Hi, Michael. Thank you for giving me a moment to talk to you and
Yeah, man.
Arturo. I 150 million% disagree with your views. But I want to ask you about them, and I want to ask you a question. I'm not here to call names or,
Yeah, that's what we're here
anything like
for.
that.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for thank you so much.
Okay,
Go ahead.
cool. All right. So I listened, I listened to the previous podcast. I listened to your guys' discussion, and then I listened to there was like a Radio Deadly podcast thing that you put up as well. And I listened to that. And towards the end, I became immensely disturbed and I was disturbed. And I was wondering if you could clarify your comments here. You said you started to compare white Anglo, and again, I'm not exactly quoting your words. It's
That's
a
okay.
paraphrasing of your words.
Totally.
But if for anybody who wants to hear what I'm speaking about, just go to Radio Deadly. You can watch it on Podbean. The Radio Deadly show #1, the last 5 minutes of Michael talking,
It's really the
and
only one out there.
you started to talk about the prosecution of white Anglo-Saxon Christians and comparing it to the Jews during the Holocaust in Nazi Germany. Can you clarify those statements? What does that mean? I don't
So
understand.
what I was getting at, what I'm saying is that it's about demonization. It's the demonization of white people and Christians, white Christians in particular, folks like me, the bitter clingers, the irredeemables. When you just take people that believe in something, whether it's by their race, their ideology, and you put them in one basket and you demonize them to the point where their lives aren't as equal to yours or the other folks that are more righteous than you. What happens is we get on a slippery slope and we get to the point where we're at now. Now there's not now we've got to the point where
Yeah,
there
but
are
the Jews
there
were herded into camps, and there was genocide committed
that's right.
by saying, by talking about white Anglo-Saxons being prosecuted in the same way as the Holocaust. This is very similar to a theory amongst white supremacists. Again, I'm not calling you a white supremacist. I'm just stating that this is very similar to a
Yeah.
white supremacist theory about white genocide,
Okay.
about
Well,
the plight of white people in this country, as opposed to right now. There is we're in the middle of an epidemic right now, and the epidemic is black people are getting murdered by the police, and we have video evidence. It's happening over and over and over again, where there's just all these situations where unarmed black people are getting murdered. And we've seen situations where, hold on, I'm going to let you talk. Let me just finish my statement. I apologize.
no, don't
We're
apologize.
okay. All right.
Go,
I just,
go.
okay, cool. Because I'm trying to have a conversation here. I don't want to,
Yeah, I know.
and
Yeah.
I'm mad. I'm mad, but I want to talk. Um, because I hear you saying like you're against Black Lives Matter, and it's like,
Yes.
like, would you, on the 4th of July, would you say all countries matter? You know what I'm saying? It's like, or would you say, there's a lot of analogies that are being put out on social media right now where it's like, if one person is starving, everybody else has something to eat, and one person is going, why can't I have some food too? And everybody around the table is going, well, everybody matters, not just you. It's like this singling out sort of situation. And, again, like I said, there's video evidence. This is not like a he said, she said thing. This is like people are being just murdered, unarmed.
Okay.
Sorry, go
Well,
ahead. Talk.
so let's start with Christian genocide.
Yeah.
Do you uh do you agree that there's it's it's at almost genocidal the level. What's happened to Christians over the past decade?
Oh my God,
You don't know that.
absolutely, absolutely not. I disagree, especially making
But wait,
comparisons.
wait a second,
to,
wait a second,
yeah,
wait a second, wait a second.
go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
why do you disagree? Because even the UN, to UN standards, there is Christian genocide that has happened across. Do you know? You don't.
Christian
You don't
genocide.
agree?
Can I ask you a question? Are white Anglo-Saxon Christians being rounded up into camps and gassed in chambers?
You know what ISIS is? Do you know the Syrian genocide of the Christians?
Okay, are they white? Just out of curiosity,
Okay,
are they
well,
white?
they're Christians.
They're
Does
Christians.
it matter what color they are?
No, it doesn't. But what?
Okay.
But we're talking about. You're talking about white Anglo-Saxon.
Okay, well, I'm talking
Christian genocide.
Okay, well, I'm talking about Christians being killed, and what I was
Which is a terrible thing. By the way.
Okay, and what I was referring to was the push and where we have gotten to in America with the demonization of white people, Christians, people like me, right? Conservatives, libertarians.
But why are you making this about you at a time where this is like black people are suffering?
I'm not making it necessarily about me. I'm standing up for all of the people who are being and have been censored on the internet, put into these digital ghettos so that our voices can't be heard, so that the progressive radical left completely dominates the space, and so that all the views that are coming out are progressive left, these radical fascist views, and these organizations and the big money that fund it and propagate it. Do you deny that there is a major censorship issue that we have in this country, with voices like mine being completely censored and being cut off? People like Alex Jones, people like Natural News.
Alex Jones believes that
people like Candace Owens, people like Joe Biggs, on and on. People like that can't go to a college campus because they get run out and attacked violently.
Yeah, but how is that genocide? How is that?
I'm not saying what I said. What I said is.
Because when you say Nazi Germany,
what I
when you
said
say
is it's a slippery slope when you take Christians, white people, or Jews and whatever the case, whether it's
but just
white
the fact
people,
that you're even making two comparisons between these two groups is like insane to me. That's insane to me.
Why is that insane? Why is that insane to you? Because what I'm saying is that the end result of what is happening, when we get to the end of all of this, that it's and I was talking about the guillotine. You don't agree again that white Christians, especially in America,
I think
are
white
the
Christians in
are
America
the enemy.
are at the top. No, I don't think they're the enemy, but I think they are. They benefit greatly in this country, and I think they are at the top of things. And I think that
why do you think that though? Why do you think that? What evidence?
Because this society, and another thing you said in your podcast too.
Wait a second. Go ahead. What evidence can you state that proves that conservative libertarian voices, mostly who are believers, who are Christians, black and white, are not being or have been completely vilified, completely demonized, and put into digital ghettos, censored, attacked across
They're not
the
censored
board?
and attacked, man. You know what it is?
I consider an attack,
man.
What
people
I consider an attack is when
people are tired of being against gay marriage and
Now wait a second.
Yeah.
You're
Go ahead.
Okay. So all right. So people are against gay marriage.
No,
so,
I'm
so
saying
you're saying that it's okay.
I'm saying that Christians.
You're saying that
I'm saying
it's
that religious
okay.
Christians.
Yeah.
But not all of them, but many of them are against views like gay marriage, and there's a pushback from the other side on these issues because people are tired of all this, of religion, sort of like, religious ideas making their way into, like, a great example of, like,
so people can't have religious ideas.
You can have a religious
ideas
idea,
are bad.
Affecting
so
it into
tell me
policy.
about why. So you said gay marriage. So
yeah.
why is that? Why if do you know what Christians believe marriage is?
Yeah, probably a man and a woman or whatever together in before God, something like that. I'm not a religious person.
Okay, well then how can you say that those viewpoints are bad?
So Michael, define for me, what is marriage? What is marriage?
All right, let me tell you. I'm a Christian, and I believe that marriage comes from the Bible. It's a man and a woman. God gave us marriage. However,
so two women can't be married?
Excuse me?
Two women cannot be married.
I don't believe that two women could be married because in the Christian belief, what I believe is that marriage comes from the Bible. However, in America and all over the world, I think it's just a word thing, right?
What about two men? Can two men be married?
I think that two men, if they want to have a civil union,
marriage, married.
It's the same thing. We're talking about the same thing. But what happens is that, again, and I have homosexual friends. In my family, I have homosexual.
But what does that have to do with anything? Members. Just because you know some people who are gay.
I respect that love is love, and if you're a woman and you love another woman, that is no different than me loving a woman or you loving a woman. And if a man loves a man, that's no different than a man loving another man. However, what gets bad is the radical left, these militant, the militant, lobby of gay rights says that the Christian belief needs to be wiped out. That's bad, and you can't, and so therefore you can't practice that because it's flawed. Because
who's
Christians
prosecuting
are flawed.
Gay people when there are hate crimes towards the LGBT community? Where does it generally come from?
Okay,
where does it come from?
I don't know. You don't tell me.
I'm asking you
where they come from.
You tell me.
They come from people that are horrible people. Do you think that? Let's jump to the Black Lives Matter thing.
Yes, I wanted to jump to that too.
Tell me.
Okay, fine.
I want you to tell me.
Go ahead.
What data do you have? How can you demonstrate that black people are being hunted by police?
Data. It's called video. And right now they're compiling a spreadsheet. There are lawyers that are compiling spreadsheets. There's 350 lawyers. They're lawyers. And you know what?
Do you know how many white people are murdered by black people in the U.S.?
You asked me a question. I'm going to answer it for you. Okay. It's being compiled. There's a spreadsheet currently that's being compiled by lawyers, and I don't have the source, but I will post it in this chat when I leave here for you to see if you want the data.
All right, but I have but
hold on. Let me finish. But
it's not there yet. So
I'm saying that it's being compiled right now. But if you go online, and the thing that I've been doing, been doing is generally sharing all the instances of video evidence where, a perfect example, dude is sitting in his car, gets pulled over by a cop, black.
That's one incident though.
Hold on. And he goes, I am a registered.
It's one incident.
Yeah, but it's not just one incident.
But that doesn't demonstrate epidemic.
Yeah, but you got your head in your stand. You're not looking. And what Black Lives Matter means.
I'm asking you, do you know how many people?
Hold on. I don't want to say you. I don't want to say you because that's wrong.
Do you know how many black people have been murdered by white people?
I'm sorry?
Do you know on an average year how many white people are murdered by black people?
how many white people are murdered by black people.
Yeah.
I honestly don't, but I can tell you one thing.
Do you know how many black people have been murdered by white people? You hold on. Hold on. I'm asking you questions. This is my show, not yours.
Where are your sources, Michael? Tell me where your sources are. Go on Google. Go on the internet. Go on YouTube and look up all these videos. There's video evidence. We saw an 8-minute
videos
of a white cop lynching a black dude, and that's what Black Lives Matter is all about.
Okay, wait a second. I'm not done. Okay, do you know how many people were killed by how many white people were killed? All right, you know what? I'm not going to ask you because you don't know.
Go ahead.
And the statistics
yes, that's true.
on.
Go ahead. What are these statistics?
All right, so on an
asked
average,
me the question, so give me the statistics.
On an average year, there's 981 white people that are murdered by black people.
Okay, and where's that statistic from? Where's that statistic from, Michael?
This statistic is compiled by. Hold on, let me. I'll find it.
Oh, you have the number, but you don't have the source.
I do have the source.
Okay.
While
you're looking it up,
go ahead. I'll get the source. Go,
please. While you're looking it up, Black Lives Matter, man, is about the fact that like there is a disproportionate amount of violence happening towards black people by the police. It's not a lie, dude. And the video evidence is out there. And if you would let me finish before, there's this lawyer that's compiling a spreadsheet, and he has over 350 videos showing instances of violence against black people, man. It's a thing.
All right,
and
everybody go to Statista. It's Statista.com.
Statista.com. All right. All right. You know what? I'm gonna look up Statista.com right now. What is Statista.com? That doesn't sound very official to me.
It doesn't. Well, why not?
Are you one of those fake news people, or do you believe like that news from like CNN is real news?
Are you kidding me? You're the one that's spouting off all of the CNN talking points. So just for everybody that's still paying attention.
I'm asking you a question. Do you think that CNN is fake news?
I do. Absolutely. 100%.
But you think Alex Jones is real news, even though Alex Jones admitted that his persona was a character that he uses to sell. What do you mean? Oh, stop! He was in a lawsuit, Michael. He was in a lawsuit over calling.
I'm fake news.
I'm not calling you fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
No. Hold on.
There's some lawyers. So wait a second. You know what? Wait a second.
Pull on this thread, Michael, real quick.
All right. Hold on. I got to mute you because this is my show, and what you're saying is not true. And the problem with folks like you is that you don't want to hear truth. So in 2017, there was 457 white people that were killed by police and 223 black people. In 2018, there were 399 white people and 209 black people killed by the police. Let's jump to 2020. That's this year. There's been 172 white people killed by police and 88 black people. Now, some may argue that, African Americans make up less, than 13% of the population, right? That's the argument. But that becomes negated because African Americans represent 53% of the murders, 38% of violent crimes, and 27% of the drug crime. 0.017% of black lives are lost to police in this country every year. 94%. Hey, bro, 94% of black men are killed by black men. There you go. Done with that, dude. It's just retarded what you're saying. Now I'm gonna probably get in trouble for saying retarded, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth. That black people are being killed on epidemic levels. It's not true. I want to ask everybody if they know who. Let's see, where is? If you know who Justine Damone is, Justine Damone. Why don't you Google Justine Damone? My point is that what I just said, those stats are actually on the news. They're out there. You can see them, and you can compare them to other stats that have been released. Just go to Statista.com. Here, I'll post the link. But the way that things go is that the people that are fully engaged in this argument, doesn't matter what you put in front of them, they're not gonna believe it. Now, all lives matter. African Americans, white people, green people, blue people, fucking purple people. They all matter. And when you peel away all this bullshit, Black Lives Matter is a political movement. It's not a civil. You think that it's rooted in civil rights, but when you really look at people who are rooted in civil rights, they're saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! This isn't us." Black Lives Matter is being. They're dumping money into the Democratic Party, progressive. They're dumping money into this to make change in this. You're talking about defunding the police? You're going to defund the police? It's just nuts, man. All right, Heather.